Hi, my name is Carissa Rystrom, and I am the Ambassador Liaison for the Meadows Prosthetic Hand Foundation. I'm excited to get to share a few things about this LN-4 hand and its design and its uses and how the foundation wanted to intend hand recipients to be able to best use it. First off, this is a very durable, lightweight, low-cost hand that's meant for hand recipients all over the world. It is best used for hand recipients who have an amputation with 14 centimeters below the elbow joint. If you come across a hand recipient who needs a hand that is above the elbow joint, we also have some resources available for that on a single request basis. Please just reach out to the foundation and we can discuss options for an amputation above the elbow. One of the primary values for the foundation is that we designed and developed a device that would be most beneficial for hand recipients as they deem fit. This is a really important part of the foundation's core belief system, is that this prosthetic hand can be used as a tool for supplementing for specific tasks. And some hand recipients use it all day, every day. It is their primary device, their key prosthetic hand. We wanted to offer this hand to hand recipients in a way that really empowered them to make the choices as they needed on how to best use this hand. And you can see that the color is this brown color, and after a lot of research in the design team and working with other teams, they have found this is the most common skin tone across the world. And many hand recipients in developing countries want a subtle prosthetic device that is not going to be notable or branded or bring attention to them, but simply a useful tool. And we have definitely found that to be true with these devices. Another important value for the foundation is that we really know that when we distribute these prosthetic hands to our ambassador network, they are actually reaching people in need. We do not want to create a product that is going to sit in a storage closet across the world, and we want to create something that's useful, practical, and going to have a long lifespan for people in developing countries. This is especially important for our work because almost all of the amputees who receive these prosthetic hands live in developing countries. They are the people that often have the least access to sophisticated prostheses, or they live in such remote areas that being able to ship them a hand individually, even to their home address in certain circumstances, is an incredible tool and gift for them. This hand is actually extremely durable. You can see that it's made of these core components, and then if you tilt it forward, it opens up and becomes a grip again. We have seen hand recipients, once fitted with this hand, be able to ride their bike again, return to work, possibly drive a car again if they have access to a car, caretake for their families. These tasks are not only returning dignity to hand recipients, they're returning their independence and their ability to provide for themselves, certainly, and if they have a family, being able to provide for an entire family. And this work actually brings people out of poverty. Sometimes as a foundation, we have been asked if it's possible to repair a LN-4 prosthetic hand for a hand recipient. And given the structure of our foundation, we have found that it's just far more feasible to send a new hand. The cost that would be required on the hand recipient to ship back the hand to us at our headquarters in San Francisco is simply too high. And again, to mention that we've created a very low-cost hand, and so that's meant to be able to be distributed to hand recipients all over the world, and sometimes multiple times if they are a double amputee or if something happened. These have been long-lasting. In fact, many hand recipients have even reached out who received the smaller size as children, and then they reached out requesting another hand because they've outgrown their hand. They even last that long where it can carry them into adulthood. And the process for returning a hand if it should be defective. This is a very rare occurrence to have a defective hand. We hardly receive as a foundation any feedback on defective hands, but we will always send a new hand, no questions asked. It can be broken, it can be lost, damaged, stolen, but we will always ship a secondary hand. We have trained ambassadors or ambassador organizations who fit hands, and they are within local proximity of these hand recipients a lot. And so the hand recipient can come back and provide feedback or ask follow-up questions or possibly request a second hand or a new hand or mention to them that they have found somebody else who also needs a hand. And this is a wonderful tool to just maintain communication with hand recipients across the globe. My final point I'd like to share about this LN-4 prosthetic hand is that it is registered with the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the U.S. FDA, and is a Class 1 device. A Class 1 device means many things, but one of the core attributes of it is that it is the most benign and low-risk device category. One reason we hope to be classified as a Class 1 is that it also allows hand recipients to request a hand and fit themselves. They do not need a professionally trained medical physician to fit this prosthetic hand. And for some hand recipients who live in such remote parts of the world, they really don't have access to those types of professional services. We'll frequently see requests from a sister or a father requesting on behalf of their brother, their son, for a hand, and they need to be able to be empowered to watch the instructional videos and fit the hand in their very own living room. And that's actually possible in the way that we have this set up within the foundation. We think that this approach as a whole, from beginning to end of designing, creating, assembling these hands, and then using our powerful ambassador network, which is a large team of volunteers all across the world who have agreed to distribute or fit prosthetic hands on people in need, is a wonderful way to reach thousands of hand recipients who otherwise would never have access to this type of tool. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope that this answers a lot of your questions. And please don't hesitate to reach out through the website on the contact page with any other questions, and we'll get back to you right away. Thank you.